Good morning, internets. I am on my way to drop off Alessandro at the body shop. And Batman and I are pretty nervous about it. I gotta say, we are not at all prepared to be separated from Alessandro. It's me, Batman, and Alessandro, man. Like, that's the gang. We haven't been broken up since we got together, so I'm a little sad about that. I am very grateful that a dear friend of mine is lending me his car. So I'm following Rob right now, and Rob's driving the Mazda that I will be borrowing. A friend of mine is out of town. He's across country for a week, and for that period of time, I have his Mazda to use. So major gratitude for that. So thank you, my friend. But I mean, there's going to be me and Batman and this Mazda, and I don't know, I'm sad. I'm going to miss Alessandro. I know he's going to miss us. I hope he behaves for the other mechanics. Very emotional day. And we're going to be cruising around in a Mazda, which is a lovely car and still a hatchback, which is very important to me. But it's neither hybrid nor electric. So we're going to be burning fossil fuels the whole time. And I hope you guys forgive me, but the next couple episodes, the EVs of Envy, are not going to come from an EV at all. They're going to come from the Mazda. And then I asked him, I was like, all right, so your Mazda's going to guest star on my vlog, so like, what's the Mazda's name? And he's all like, I didn't name my Mazda. And I'm like, what? How are you gonna have a car and not name it? Oh my god! Have some respect. Like, that car takes you everywhere you want to go, and it does it without complaining. It deserves a name and to be loved on and cared for. So I have named it Molly the Mazda. So we're gonna leave Alessandro at the body shop, and me and Batman and Molly the Mazda are gonna have to go to work and do stuff. And I mean, it's been a long time since I drove anything that went vroom vroom, or Mazda, so I guess zoom zoom. Help me out here, guys. Try not to be anxious or depressed. I gotta leave my baby at the body shop. This is the worst. And I don't actually have any idea at all of how long it's going to take them to repair Alessandro. They're going to do parts ordering and stuff today, and hopefully they can get him done before my friend gets back and needs Molly the Mazda back. If not, then I better get real quick with brushing up on the stick shift, because I'm going to have to drive the Hyundai. The Hyundai does have a name. It's just not a proper noun, the way, like, it's not like a people name. That is named the Ferrari. So I have to take the Ferrari. Oh, we're so close to the body shop right now. I'm dreading it, you guys. I had this feeling before. Like, I've had this feeling before. And it was in like the 2 hours I was in the waiting room waiting for my knee surgery, for the surgeon to come in and cut on my knee. Like, that's the feeling I have right now. I know that sounds super crazy. I was anxious and frightened and upset and just like, oh, get it over with. That's exactly how I feel right now. Somebody is gonna go cut on my baby. And the last time I felt this way, I woke up with, a third of my left knee missing with everything they had to take out and grind down. I don't know what's going to happen this time. Last time it was just a knee. I have 2 of those. I only have 1 Alessandro. What am I going to do? What's he going to do? What's he going to do without his mommy? Like, if he gets scared at night, they aren't going to sing the electric slide to him. They're not. I'm sure of it. They don't know on Wednesdays that we listen to George Michael. They don't know that. I'm going to have to tell them to do that. And I bet they are not really going to do it. They're going to say they're going to do it. They're not really going to do it. And you have to both sing and clap along to Freedom, or he gets depressed. We have our traditions. Batman won't admit it, but he's pretty upset too. Strong, silent type dudes. Always afraid to emote. Well, don't worry, Batman. I'm upset enough for the both of us. I know this is for the best. I know that I need to take him to the body shop to get him better. That's very important. But, it's emotional. If any of you had to leave your car at a body shop for a week or two, how did it make you feel? Did it make you nervous? Did it make you anxious? Did it make you frustrated? Did you miss your car? Did you end up in a really nice rental that you ended up liking better than your car? I feel like I'm cheating. I'm going to cheat on Alessandro with Molly. And that's... But I am very grateful to not have to deal with a rental car company right now and to get to drive my friend's car. And while I am in possession of his car, I'm going to get it detailed. And yeah, so yep. Alright, time to say bye to Alessandro. Alrighty, so Alessandro is dropped off, and I am now in the Mazda with Batman. Yeah, he looks confused. But, I gotta say, it's pretty damn comfortable. I mean, I guess this is a good time to talk about this here, a Mazda 3 hatch. I was actually with my friend the day that he bought this. He needed, to pick it up, so he needed a ride to the dealership. So, I live in Henderson, and that is way southeast of the valley. And he needed to pick this thing up in North Las Vegas, which is basically right near Outer Mongolia. It is so damn far. So I drove like 40 minutes to go pick him up from where he lives, and then we drove another like 20 or 30 minutes to the dealership during Hot Mazda to pick this thing up. And he was so excited, and I was excited for him, and still am. Like, it's a pretty nice car. The clutter and mess inside of it notwithstanding, we all keep our cars in different ways the way we like them, and I am not here to judge the choices that other people make with their own cars that they personally own. But I am here to hire a mobile detailer to come out and give Molly some love while I'm at work, because I'm not giving it back to him in this state. We're going to clean up Molly a little bit. I don't know that she's had a bath since he bought her, so that's interesting. Oh, well, it's weird when I hit the gas pedal, explosions happen. It's been a long time since I drove anything that exploded on the inside of it. I mean, Alessandro has a generator, but that's different because it's very weird feeling when you're driving the Volt and you've been driving gas cars your whole life, because when you're in a gas car like this, what's supposed to happen is, let's see if I can demonstrate it here. So we're getting ready to go with this green light. I'm going to hit the gas. Oh, and the RPMs that the motor is doing happen in concert to how hard I depress the accelerator. These things are related. And Alessandro, even when you're driving on gas mode, the RPMs of that little generator don't don't match what your foot is doing at all, because it does not care about RPMs and explosions. It only cares about, can it generate enough electricity, and if its capacitors are fully capacitated, fully charged, then the RPMs won't do anything. It'll just propel the vehicle forward. Those things aren't related. So it's been a long time since I drove anything that was like this. The accelerator is in some way connected to the motor. In this case, I have no idea if, like, this is a newer car, so this is probably a switch that I'm pressing, and it's talking to a computer, and the computer is telling the motor how much fuel to, like, it's probably not a wire connected to a throttle assembly, like in the truck, or anything like that. I've never driven a Mazda before. Oh, that's not true. That is not true. I did drive a Mazda, a bazillion years ago. One of the first times that I had to take Alessandro back to CarMax, I think, to get his, the hatch button replaced, when I first got him. They gave me a Mazda, and it was an older, sedan version of this car. I think it was an older Mazda 3, non-hatch, just a straight up, like, 2 or 4 door. Man, I can't remember. I have to go back and check the videos for that one. But this is, I mean, it is nice. God, dare I say it, these seats are really comfortable. Like, I don't want to say that they're more comfortable than Alessandro's seats. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that. They're nice. And it feels definitely more sporty than Alessandro. And you know what? I imagine everything's going to. Alessandro is not a sports car. He is a get you where you need to go in the most efficient and comfortable way possible kind of car. And I respect that. The seats are down in the back of this car right now. This particular friend of mine, I've only ever known him to have hatchbacks with seats that fold down, and I've only ever known him to drive around with those seats completely folded down all the time for to have maximum utility of cabin space. And so the seats are down right now. And yeah, so it's awfully roomy. Like, there's clearly more cargo and cabin space inside of this than there is in Alessandro 2. Guys, the look on his face when I left him at the body shop, though, was just like, have you ever left a dog with a boarding service or a doggy daycare? Or, like, you're getting, like, any people with dogs, like, you're getting ready to go to work, and the dog's looking at you, and he's all anxious, and he's like, I know you're going to leave. I know you say you're going to come back, and I don't believe you. Like, that feeling, that's the way I felt, like, when I left. Like, Alessandro's just staring at me like, I can't believe you're going to leave me here with these strangers. And I'm like, it's for the best! Ugh. All right. Cheer up. I'm trying. Goodness. Very nice car, though. And because my friend never drives on the freeway unless he absolutely has to, he just doesn't. Some people just don't like driving on the freeway, and I respect that. I know Molly is not used to going on the freeway, so in order to not offend her spirit, I'm just going to take Sunset Boulevard all the way to the west side. It actually goes, it terminates pretty close to where I work, so that's going to work out just fine. I don't want to take Molly on the freeway and scare her or anything. Like, she's not used to being on the freeway. You guys think I'm crazy yet? But I love the cars. I love them. I feel a kinship with the cars. We put a lot of thought and energy and love into our cars, and I feel, and this says you don't have to agree, but I feel that if you pay attention, that love and energy is reciprocated by the car. Well, you're just going to have to put up with it, because they don't make medication for talks to cars. Conversates with cars. This is very weird. It's, God, it's really comfortable to drive, though, and, I mean, the urge to speed is a lot stronger in this thing, because when you hit the, like, Alessandro is very, very smooth when you accelerate. If you depress the accelerator, the car Whereas here in Mali, let me fall below the speed limit because I don't speed. I don't do that. We fall below the speed limit out here. There's nobody else around for a minute. And then zoom, zoom. Wow. And it just gets right up to it really fast. It makes me want to go 100 miles an hour. It does. And I know that this thing can go 100 miles an hour, whereas Alessandro bounces off the limiter at like 99, 100, 99, 100, 99. Not that I've ever driven Alessandro 100 miles an hour on the highway in the middle of Nevada. I would never do that. Except for all the times that I did that. Just to see what would happen when I first got him. This is a different thing. There is an analog, I have an analog speedo in front of me. It's been a long time since I've seen a needle go around a dial, so that's nice. That's a little refreshing, a little retro almost after Alessandro's digital display. I looked down and I was like, what is this? Are these dials? Primitive. I have an analog dial and I'm burning dinosaurs. Like, oh my god, what is it, the 90s? It's like a million years old. But, it's a good little car. I think I better end this post before I start getting too emotional about Alessandro. Oh yeah, it gets worse than this. I'm gonna be worried about him until I get him back. Well, guys, has anybody out there ever driven a Mazda 3? How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Has anybody ever owned one of these? Any version, any generation of it? Let me know how you feel about Mazda in general. One of the very first cars we had when I was a kid, my dad had a Mazda pickup truck, and we went everywhere in that thing. It's amazing. He'd probably still have it if it wasn't struck by somebody who didn't know how to operate a four-way stop and totaled when I was a kid. But like that's really my only experience with Mazda, and then the one loaner that CarMax gave me. I haven't spent any time with Mazda. I know my friend sought out Mazda in particular because he loved and enjoyed this particular brand, this manufacturer, and always wanted one of these, so he went and got one specifically because it was a Mazda. So all you Mazda guys out there, let me know how you feel. How do you feel about this car? How do you feel about Mazda in general? And you know, let me know what you guys think about these cars. I'd really like to know in the comments down below. Share with me your body shop experiences if they include unreasonable amounts of emotion and angst, because I would like to be made to feel better about how freaking crazy I am being about leaving Alessandro. So even if you make something up just to make me feel better, that'd be pretty cool. So leave that in the comments down below too if you're willing to give me any of your time and attention there. That would be super neat. And I think I'm gonna leave it right there for now, guys. If this is your first time on the channel, thank you so much for watching. Ordinarily, this is an electric car channel, but I had to leave my electric car at the body shop. So, but thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing right over here. Here's some other things I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Katherine. This is EVs of Nevada, even when I don't have an EV. Please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.